one thing I see on the internet a lot is masculinity. A lot of men are trying to enforce masculinity upon each other. And the other thing I see on the internet, or I see actually in my real life, is how gay people act, how gay men act compared to how straight men act, or more masculine straight men act. And I came to the conclusion gay men are more confident than straight masculine men. Now, first kind of started like a week ago when I started seeing this Black Boy Max situation. So pretty much what happened is that Black Boy Max first tattooed like in this area around his stomach. You can't see, but around I'm pointing at my stomach right now. His stomach, diva, right? I was like, okay, that's interesting. Uh, then he proceeded to wear a big nice wig. He's looking like a rock star out there, performing a bunch of rap songs at I forgot what concert it is, but at a concert. And then this third thing I saw was, I think it happened yesterday. It happened very recently. He was wearing a blonde wig, like in a bun, done in a bun. And he was walking around with a Norway shirt, and I think he was trying to look like Erling Haaland. I think it's a soccer player. And I'm like, okay. Then he got piercings here, right, all over here. And if you look at the way people are talking about it, they talk about the Black Boy Max situation is crazy. He's turning gay. Oh my God. What in the world? He looks crazy, right? And that's when I came to the realization about two things. The first thing is, why in the world do you care about him, what he wants to do in his life compared to your life? But that's another video for another time. The second thing I figured out was he's more confident than a lot of y'all. He might even be more confident than me. He probably is, matter of fact. But anyways, he's more confident than a lot of us because I realize that a lot of straight men, they try to put themselves in this bubble of masculine. They always try to change the way they look, the way they sit, the way they dress to look more masculine and appeal more to, I guess, women. But by this one, it's kind of started to become more appealing more to men because women sometimes don't care. So it's appealing mainly to men at some points. It's weird. But meanwhile, gay men, they don't give a shit. They don't care. They just they express themselves. They express their femininity. That's why a lot of gay men I see in my life, they're more loud, they're more crazy, they dance around the place, they do a lot more things. They express themselves more than straight men. Now, I'm not saying straight men can't express themselves. That's not true. I've seen a bunch of straight men that can also do that. There's a lot more straight men that try to act masculine, try to act chill, try to act nonchalant. Even I try to do it a lot of times. Um, instead of expressing themselves, instead of expressing their femininity. And one thing I get told a lot is that I have gay traits. Now I don't know about this. Like some of my cadences that I do looks gay. Now, I was starting to think, man, or back when I was told this, I'm like, man, what can I do to stop that? But now I just realized maybe I start embracing them because I'm still gonna be straight. You literally you can't prove to everybody you're straight. Okay? You can't like whenever somebody tells you that you're not something, sometimes you just can't it's a waste of time to prove to them. So I'm like, why would I prove to them? Why can't I just express myself? Why can't I just not be me? Because those are a lot of the cadences that people call feminine and gay are actual natural cadences for me. And gay men, they embrace that. But a lot of straight men, they try to put themselves into a bubble, try to stop doing that. They try to like stop stop their feminine traits, try to turn them into a masculine trait. And this might work. I've done this a few times and it does work, but it sometimes shows that they're less confident because now that are they're they become more anxious because whenever like in a social situation, they're always like, oh, hold on. I have to sit a certain way, I have to do this, I have to sit or I have to put my shoulders up in a certain way. I have to do a bunch of things to look more masculine to whoever. While gay men, they don't care. They just sit there. They do what they want to. They're more natural. Or they do what they more natural things. And a lot of men, I think another thing that also adds on to this is a lot of men cannot comprehend that they have some feminine traits. I believe every man has at least one feminine trait. Same as every woman has at least one masculine trait. Now, some men have more, like all the way up here, and then some men have this, like just a little bit amount of it. But every man has one masculine trait, and a lot of men they don't want to express those masculine traits. So while gay men, they're more confident in themselves. They're less anxious. They're more expressive. So I just think that we should stop hating on gay people as much, especially for straight men, because I see a lot of straight men hate on gay people or gay men, and you should just start accepting them, or start trying to be more like them. Not, I'm not trying to say be more like them, like being gay. I'm talking about or liking men. I'm talking about be more. Try to embrace your. Try to be more expressive. Try to embrace your femininity if you have any of it. Try to embrace what you want to do, your natural cadences, because that's what I'm trying to do. Instead of trying to be masculine, trying to look like an alpha male, try to do that red pill stuff. But yeah, that's what I have for today.